So no real introduction today. In my last video, I told you guys that I was limiting myself to 8 eyeshadows for the week. I wanted to see how many looks I could come up with using only colors that I just, A, don't really like, B, don't find flattering on myself, and C, colors that I'm just not really drawn to very much. The yellow color that I used there, Juiced by MAC, I ended up really liking this one. I want to go through my eyeshadow colors and see if I can find a dupe that's more of like a matte version. This one doesn't have a lot of shimmer to it, but I really like the tone of it, and I feel like I could use that with other looks. The Bling, on the other hand, what an absolute garbage eyeshadow. I have nothing else to say about that one. That's going in the purge pile. Opaline on its own, as you just saw, has literally zero payoff. It really applies like a drugstore eyeshadow. And in fact, I mean, I think there's probably drugstore eyeshadows that apply way better than that one does. Over top of the NYX Vivid Brights base, it worked really well. It gave it some pop, but I feel like a higher end eyeshadow should really have a lot of pigment and a lot of impact, and you shouldn't have to layer it so much to get that look. On the other hand, these NYX Vivid Brights, I have two colors. I have Rebellious Edge, which I use in this look and the next look. And then I have Bad Blood, which is like a dark red color. And those are awesome. You know, they give a great base for eyeshadows. They kind of, you know, they can change a color a little bit, which you'll see in the next look too. They're really good on the waterline. I packed those on with a little MAC, I believe 212 brush. And those colors are really vivid. They're really bright. I mean, obviously the name is Vivid Brights, but they lasted all day. They didn't come off. In fact, you actually have to kind of scrub them off. I want to get some more of those colors, but you know, especially with like a bright purple and a really intense red like that, the next day you kind of have to go in and do like a dark smoky look, which for me is fine, but it really does kind of stain your lids. It stains your waterline, so I guess you could kind of end up looking a little sick on the next day if you just went barefaced or without any eye makeup on. But you know, I'm gonna pack a bunch of like, you know, dark smoky makeup on that next day anyway, so for me it doesn't really matter. That Kat Von D tattoo liner, I need to pick up a full size of that one because I ended up really liking it. I never do a wing liner, like ever. And so I figured since I was going outside of my box with my eyeshadow colors this week, I would go outside of my box, you know, with the eyeliner look as well. For the most part, when I use eyeliner, I really just use it in the waterline to really just intensify and to make my eye color pop and, you know, that kind of thing. But I never really got too into winged liner because for me, I guess winged liner is really, you know, like lady, or it's really drag queen, and so again, for me, it's outside of my box, and I just decided to try that out this week, so I did that with all 3 of these looks. And now for some close-up video of this eye look, which I actually ended up really liking. I like the wing liner, I like the purple, I like the pink hair, I don't like those roots. We're gonna touch those up. I think I might make a video of that because everybody asks about my hair all the time. So I think we'll do a how I color, how I style. Day 3, the second look in this video. I started with that NYX Rebellious Edge Vivid Brights base, which again, I really like this one. And since I had a little bit of stainage going on my eyelids from the day before, figured we might as well. In this look, I really wanted to give Mushroom a second chance. It's one of those colors that in the pan I just think is so pretty. On myself, I feel like it really kind of just makes me look sick. So I figured if I use that purple base underneath it just to kind of change the color a little bit, that maybe I would end up liking it and maybe I would find a use for it. And you know, in these close-ups and under this lighting, it really did turn out really pretty. I didn't not like it, but really as the day went on and the more I looked at myself, it's like it kind of dulled down. Like as the hours went on, the intensity of it was just kind of lost. You know how people say that their face eats makeup? I feel like my eyes kind of did that with this eye look. It really just kind of ate it. And you know, by the end of the day, this was a really long work day. I just really kind of looked like I had 2 black circles around my eyes, which I mean, I guess is fine. But it really did just end up doing what this color always seems to do on me. It just kind of looked meh. And you know, this is the second day of a winged liner here. In this one, I was kind of in a rush that morning. I had to get out the door and this wing just kind of got away from me. I wasn't really a huge fan of the shape of it. It was almost like it was too long and it was too curly. Like it looked like grandpa's toenails, you know what I mean? So, yeah, right there. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that wing, but whatever. It's makeup. You can wash it off at the end of the day. And day 3's look was a lot better, as you'll see in a second here. So nice try, mushroom. I'm not a fan. You're going in the purge pile. Someone else can enjoy you. Day 4, the third look in this video. Finally a look that I really liked. I got a lot of compliments on this one in real life too. It really had a lot of impact. The glitter helped. Glitter always helps. But Juiced by MAC, again, using it a few days ago, I really ended up liking it. It's great for a transition. And I really want to try this one on the lid. I think this would really work out with other colors, but I wanted to use Rule today, so I figured that would be a good transition shade for that. Bad Blood. This is something that I bought when I bought Rebellious Edge, and I never actually used this shade. So I figured this would be a really good base for Rule because it would just really kind of intensify that color. The Sigma FX6, I actually had never used this brush before. It was one that was sent to me by mistake when I had ordered some other brushes, and they sent me this one. I didn't know that if I would ever really have a use for it, and I figured for that cream base, since those bases seem to be a little bit thick and they're a little bit hard to kind of move around if you're using like a softer brush, that brush ended up being perfect for it. And in the end, I think that this look turned out a little more sunset-y than I really kind of wanted, which, I mean, what do you want with red, orange, and yellow? I guess it's going to kind of look like a sunset. But I think that 4 looks is really all I'm going to get out of these 8 shadows. You know, I'd like to keep going and do like a full 7-day week out of these 8 eyeshadows. But I honestly don't know what else I can really come up with. You know, because I really went in and just kind of, I picked according to, this doesn't work for me, this is overlooked. I didn't really take into consideration, you know, putting together colors that were really going to play well with each other and to create like a bunch of different looks. And I think that this challenge might have run its course already. But this look did end up turning out really nice. I think it looked really good with my eye color, and having that red on my waterline actually, I think, ended up looking really cool, where I think a lot of people would be afraid that it would make them look sick or whatever. I don't think it had that effect on my eyes at all. So unfortunately, in recording 3 days worth of makeup videos, I did end up running out of storage on my iPhone, which is what I record my videos on. So the glitter application portion of this video is lost forever. I had to delete some apps and pictures and a bunch of other nonsense just to be able to get some pictures and videos of the final look. But I did use California Soul glitter from Lit Cosmetics, and I applied it with the Ben Nye glitter glue. which held up just as well as the MAC eyeliner mixing medium, and there was no fallout. So this challenge is officially dead and buried. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, tell all your friends, and I'll see you on the next one.